Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your Week 5 Dynasty Fantasy Football recap. That's Week 5. That's all the fingers on my hand doing it live. Once again, folks, it's just me because I love you guys. I have to do this because if you don't, you whine and you bitch about it and you cry and then you don't do anything about it because you're too lazy and you sit at home. So you're getting a recap. That's what you want. I'm going to give it to you. We're going to go right into the scores and the highlights, folks, because that's what we all want. We don't want any jibber jabber. We don't want any of that stuff. We want scores. We want highlights, whatever highlights I can give you. So you know how we do this. I'm your host, Matt, a.k.a. Mateo83. You can find me on Twitter. Follow me there. Let's go right into the first week of games here, guys. Start off with me taking on Joe's challenge intercepted. We had a really close game. I mean, seriously, it's 85-83. Both of our defenses really sucked it up. Mine especially, Cincinnati netted me -3 points, which pretty much sealed the deal. If I had got 3 points, would have beat Joe by a point. But that's just the way cookie crumbles for me. 0-5, curse of the commish, I guess. That's just, yeah. I sat Deshaun Jackson because Deshaun Jackson sucks. And, I mean, the weeks I start him, doesn't get me any points. The weeks I don't start him, he has 17-point games, 25-point games. It's really dumb. I started Roddy White and Malcolm Floyd, who altogether got me 3.3 points together. Receiving core is really crappy. LaShawn McCoy had 6.6 points, 81 yards, but he had a fumble, so that cost me some points there. Big surprise from Andre Ellington. He got me 26. Antonio Gates, 18, looking like the Antonio Gates of old. Drew Brees is a continue underperformer. He hasn't netted me any points over his projected point total. 19 points to projected 22. Joe got a lot of help from Peyton Manning, who scored 10 points above his projected total. Jeremy Maclin, 13 points. Frank Gore got him 10. 7 points for Robbie Gould. But that Seattle defense only got him 2 points. It's kind of a close game there. But yeah, so moving right along, Joe gets to win. Congratulations on that, Joe. 85-83. Our second game, turned down for what? Takes down first place Johnny, draft day losers. Luis with a big game this week. I've told people in the league this before. Luis has a really good team. I think he can do a lot of things with it. He played Pierre Garcon. Not really sure why he even has him on the team still. He has Carpenter on his bench, who is was his kicker. But he started Gostkowski because Gostkowski had 21 points. Nobody saw that coming. So good job there picking that up. Le'Veon Bell had 11 points, 17 points for DeMarco Murray. Play him until he gets injured, Luis. Keep doing what you're doing. Matt Forte comes out of nowhere. Finally, Matt Forte shows up. He finally shows up. 20 points for Matt Forte. Vincent Jackson, 14 points, also doing a good job for Tampa Bay. Andrew Luck, 21 points, is consistent. Like, he may not give you 35 points every week. He may not even give you 30 points every week, but Andrew Luck's there with you. I mean, if you got him, play him. Good job there with Johnny. Unfortunately, didn't work for him this week because all his he only had three of his starters, scoring double figures. That was Pittsburgh defense. Marshawn Lynch with 17 points tonight, and Andrew Luck with 21 points. So tough luck, Johnny. You can't go undefeated. Nobody ever does. Fantasy football, you know how that goes. But good job, Luis. Moving right along, we have Better Than Desiree K. Jeremy taking on Freddie Blackbeard Delight. Freddie kind of takes it on took a back seat this week. He had a decent game, 88 points. Just Jeremy had a really good week this week. 110 points for Jeremy, 34 points from Russell Wilson tonight. Great job with Russell Wilson. Jordy Nelson got him 12. Also got 19 points from Greg Olsen, 13 from Terrence Wilson. Mason Crosby got him 6. Buffalo defense got him 14 points. The Buffalo defense is a good play this week. This Matt Stafford couldn't do anything against that Buffalo defense. It was really weird. Cleveland defense, 6 points for Freddie. I don't know why you started the Cleveland defense. That's really interesting against Tennessee. Notable standouts, Julius Thomas has 18 points for Freddie. Cam Newton with 16. Julio Jones with 10. Really disappointing week for all Atlanta players, I think, in my opinion. He led Larry Donnell on the bench. Wise decision. 0 points from Donnell. It was kind of weird not to see Donnell get anything done. I had Donnell in 2 of my other leagues, and, well, yeah, that's what happens. Fred Jackson on the bench, 12 points. Ben Tate, 12 points on the bench as well. Probably could have substituted out Jamal Charles, one of those guys, and you probably would have been pretty happy about that. But if you got Jamal Charles, you might want to keep starting him. Closest game of the week, it wasn't me and Joe's. It was this game. It was Alex's The Shield taking on Gabe's It's Always Sunny Leon. Gabe couldn't capitalize on the fact that he won last week. Really close, though. Came really close. 106 to 105. Alex gets the win. Notable standout here, Aaron Foster, 29 points from out of nowhere. Had me doing that good. And the Green Bay defense also netted him 22 points. Good job there. And Gabe, or if you want to think it's Gabe playing him, hint, hint, wink, wink. Eddie Lacy, 25 points. Ashlon Jeffrey, 15. Matt Stafford, 12 points. I think if Gabe's team keeps on starting the way it's starting, Carolina defense got 18 points. Gabe could be a force to be reckoned with this year. It's kind of funny to even think about that. And going into the worst game of the week here, well, not for Joey. Joey netted the most points this week, I believe. Yep, 127 points even. Demaryius Thomas with 34 points. Des Bryant with 14. Steven Jackson, 13. Rob Gronkowski, out of nowhere, 16 points. Phil Dawson, 20 points, man. Good job with that. Compared to Bravo's 67 points. Wow, Bravo, we couldn't do anything better than that. Former champ Bravo, which makes me wish I would have played you earlier in the season because I would have totally beat you with this score. This week instead of earlier in the season. Got 0.7 points from Calvin Johnson. We'll talk about Calvin Johnson in a bit. Ben Roethlisberger with only 12 points. AJ Green with 12. It's good for receiver. Trent Richardson, don't know why you're starting him with 4 points. Derek Sproles, you figured you would have done a little bit better, but 5 points. Owen Daniel, just underperformance from all his players this week. Not too good for Bravo. The only standout being the Houston defense. He left Pierre Thomas on the bench, 23 points, but nobody saw that coming, so you can't blame yourself for that. Bravo, don't worry about that. So, unfortunately, Bravo, you get lamer of the week. Sorry about that. You got 67 points. Surprise win of the week, I would have to say, turned down for what Louise coming from out of nowhere and beating first-place team Johnny. And so surprise from that. And player of the week goes to Joey. Congratulations on that, Joey. Let's move right along to our Pick'ems League here, guys. I got it here loaded up. I think most everybody picked Seattle to win. If you picked Seattle to win, good job. Number 1 team is picking A and Easy. Number 2, football. 3, I know how to pick them. 4, Fap Attacks. That would be me, and we're back into 4th place. Number 5, G-Man. Number 6, You're Welcome. 7, Victoria's Secret. 8 is Obscene. Number 9, Blackberry's Delight. And number 10, Sarah 007. Everybody did make picks this week. Player of the week in week pick'ems would have to be G-Man. G-Man had 10 teams correct, followed by You're Welcome with 9. And there was 3 other teams, including myself, that had 8 picks. 8 out of I don't know how many games were played last week, honestly, or this past week. Probably 20, I don't know. How many teams are there? 32? Who knows? I'm babbling. So moving on along, let's talk a little bit of injuries because there's quite a bit of injuries, and kind of Johnny put a post in the group about what's going on. And yeah, we're taking a lot of injury hits here, and my iPad's not working with me right now for whatever reason. So I'm loading up my injury list, and we'll go over that really quick. Big notable hits has to be Calvin Johnson. He's only got like 3, maybe not even 3 total points the last 3 weeks, which is kind of scary for Calvin Johnson owners. So you got to watch out for him. He'll probably, word is he's going to sit out this next coming week. So if you got him, you might want to bench him because he's not going to heal up, not playing the game. It's just not working out. So Jimmy Graham also got injured. He injured his shoulder, came back into the game, but then didn't have to be taken out of the game for good. Same kind of issue that Deshaun Jackson, I guess, had. Jake Locker, Tennessee Titans, he injured his thumb this week against the Cleveland Browns in the second quarter. You saw another backup quarterback playing with him. That was Charlie Whitehurst. So he's playing against Jacksonville. So if you want to pick up Charlie Whitehurst against that horrible Jacksonville defense, go for it. Drew Statton, the backup quarterback for his Arizona Cardinals, got injured. He was backing him Carson Palmer, and then now they got some Logan Thomas guy playing. Good luck with that. Monte Ball is injured. He may actually miss a few games with the severe groin injury. That's never fun. Donald Brown, the backup for Ryan Matthews, who is also injured himself also. Got a concussion, so unless he passes concussion test, he might be out for another week or 2. Filling in the shoes for Ryan Matthews and Donald Brown will be Brandon Oliver. We'll see how well he does because I don't even know who the guy is. Reggie Bush also got injured. He was getting more action due to Joique Bell's injury. So Joique Bell might actually come back. Who knows? I don't really know what's going on. But this week they're playing against the Minnesota Vikings, so George Wynn is going to be the backup for them. So unless you guys want to go on the waiver wire, look for these guys. Zach Stacy is also injured, left the game in the third quarter while they were losing to the Eagles. He had a left calf strain, did not return. Most strains are always kind of weird, so we don't know what's going to go on with that. Just pay attention to anything that you listen to. Watch out for those player notes and see if you can follow up on that. So injuries taking a toll on the league this year, man, over and over. Just really weird. And that's all we have for today. I know it's just me. I'm sorry. Next week I'll have somebody. I'm not going to say who it is, but if you maybe pay attention to stuff that I do, and if you're a true friend, and, you know, supporter of me, then you might know him from this show. I'm just saying, this show. That's I'm not going to say who it is. It's just, you know, a little thing I do on the side. Actually, this is the thing that I do on the side. I do something a lot cooler primarily. I love doing the recap, so I'm going to wrap it up here. So on that note, guys, remember to set those teams, pick those picks, and we'll see you next week right here on the recap. Peace out.